that.
Yeah, we're people.
These are beautiful.
John Bishop, but I'm helping organize it, and we're videotaping it. So when you speak, if you could stay at the podium and know there's a microphone. Okay, take a seat.
Thank you, I thank you.
Thank you. And when you speak, you can take your mask off.
Right.
Okay, yeah. Thank you, Jeff.
No, it's okay.
We have enough seats, right? We're not missing any seats.
No, good.
One for you.
Good, just like I said.
Yeah, right. He's Brian, like the MC. The MC.
My neck is back there.
Hey, Monique, come right. Picture of everybody.
You guys always close to each other. Beautiful. Thank you.
All right, come, puppy. You have to come with me, okay? We're gonna do a death outside now.
I don't know what to think. No words.
Here we go. Good.
He's my son.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning. On behalf of Sal, Jeffrey, George, and the entire Newmark and Lefkowitz family, we'd like to welcome everybody to TCI New York. Today, we celebrate the opening of our new building and the dedication of one of the greatest men I've ever known. He was a great partner, friend, mentor, Gaby Newmark. We're joined today by Aniko Newmark, Gaby's wife, Susan Winthrop, Gaby's daughter, George Newmark, Gaby's son, and Jeffrey Lefkowitz's, Gaby's nephew, and of course, Sal, brother-in-law to Gaby and partners for 55 years. We're also joined today by many of the friends of Gaby, family and friends. We welcome everybody, and TCI is proud to be in Queens, New York. We'd also like to welcome a few special guests today. First, Town Supervisor George McHugh. Welcome. Thank you for joining us, and we look forward to your remarks. We're also today live streaming on Zoom. We have many of our friends, business partners, and of course our customers watching. We thank you all for attending and being a part of TCI. We'd also like to welcome our partners from our sister companies, TCI Alabama, TCI Ohio, Transformer Technologies on the West Coast, Northeast Transformer Services in Preble, New York, a great New York business, G&S Virginia, and of course, where it all started, G&S in New Jersey. Nothing makes us prouder as a group than to service the utility industry. Due to COVID-19, earlier this morning, we had a separate event for all of our TCI team members. We were joined by Assemblyman Chris Tague. We thank him for his time and his kind words. We'd also like to welcome in person all of our close friends, families, including our business partners and our utility partners, and especially Mike Stanistreet from National Grid, who's also, not only are they our customer, we're their customer as well, as they help provide the gas to our building. Thank you. We would not be able to do what we do without your support. It's amazing to see what we've accomplished in the last 6 years. When we came to Queens, we only had 10 employees. Now we have 35, and as far as we're concerned, this is only the beginning. TCI provides great jobs, great pay, and great benefits. This is only due to the hard work and dedication by all. Our co-founder, Gaby Newmark, always believed that a strong business starts with values and providing great customer service. Gaby, who we're dedicating this expansion to, along with our co-founder, Sal Lefkowitz, always believed that our people were our most important asset. We're a family-owned business committed to our employees and to our community. Over the last 6 years, we have built excellent relationships with our community, and here are just a few. We'd like to thank Empire State Development for their guidance, as we have worked hard to expand the business and create great-paying jobs in New York State. The leadership from ESD during the COVID-19 has been outstanding. We'd like to thank Governor Cuomo for his leadership. We'd like to also thank Heidi Passos and Joe Landy, who are both here today. Thank you very much. TCI has also been a great supporter of lunches for our community and our children in Queens. We support groups like the Matthew Project, which over the last 10 years have provided over 35,000 free lunches to children during the summer. We're proud to be part of this effort. One of our biggest focuses in the last few years has been with the local high school and BOCES. We'd like to welcome our friends from both the RCS School District, Dr. Bailey and Dr. Paterni, and from BOCES, Nancy Little. A few years ago, we started with an idea. How do we get an intern from BOCES or from the high school or from both to work at TCI for a semester? From a few meetings, it turned into a success. We not only have had multiple interns work at TCI, we now have full-time employees that have gone through BOCES and the high school. We are honored that we get invited to both BOCES and the high school to talk to the different classrooms, including teachers, both in the high school and BOCES. We also constantly participate in job fairs with both the high school and BOCES. Just this past year, led by Mark Westcott, who's now the Vice Chair of the Albany County Workforce Development Board, we have partnered with Carver Companies to create a job training school. This training school will work closely with RCS School District, Capital Region BOCES, along with the Workforce Development and Empire State Development. We look forward to keeping everybody updated on our progress. Other people we'd like to thank today are Carver Laraway and the whole Carver Companies team. I know Steve and Josh are here today. Thank you. Carver provides such vision and critical infrastructure, not only to Queens, but the entire state and other parts of the country. We love seeing you grow, and we love seeing and helping us grow as well, too. We of course have here today Bill Better. Words can't describe what you do for us day to day. Thank you. We also have great friends from Crawford & Associates, a great New York engineering, consulting, compliance firm, or anything else you need for them firm. We have David, Andy, Donna, the whole team over at Crawford. We thank you. But we really want to give a very big thank you today to another great local New York business, Bishop Beaudry Construction. Bishop Beaudry Construction helped us build this new facility. They're as stand-up as they come. They worked excellent not only with TCI, but with Crawford, with Carver, and other major subcontractors. We want to thank John, PJ, and of course, Sam. We also want to thank Bishop Beaudry for providing the great lunch after this event and dedication ceremony, because the food's being provided by PBJ, which is PJ's father's barbecue restaurant. Everybody's going to love the food. We'd also like to thank our partners at the Bank of Greene County. They're our finance partner, and we have tremendous banking relationships with them. We have with us today Brian Stickles and Pam Garrison. We thank you. We also have as part people here today from the Ravina Queens Selkirk Business Association. Just this past year, John Barr is now one of the board members of the RCA Business Association. It's something that we're very proud to be a part of, and having him on the board as well, too. But most importantly, we'd like to thank our customers. Nothing makes us prouder and happier than to service our customers, which are the major utility companies. We recognize how important your jobs are and how important it is for you to keep the power on, and we recognize how important it is for us to service you quickly and safely as possible. We thank you very much. Our first speaker today is Town Supervisor George McHugh. We thank Town Supervisor George McHugh for his great leadership in the town and his service to our country. I'd like to invite George McHugh to say a couple words. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Appreciate that, Brian. Good morning, everybody. It's a great day for TCI, great day for Queens. And I love coming down here and being with the people in TCI, because it does remind me a lot about being in the military. I was 31 years Army, and there was always a very close-knit family in the Army. And we always put people first in the Army. And that's what TCI does. So it reminds me of my days in the military, and I always enjoy coming down here. I want you to know Queens is honored, proud, and lucky to have TCI headquartered in its town. In 2015, TCI moved to a temporary site in the Port of Queens with only 5 employees. And although these past 6 years have not always been easy, TCI expanded to its permanent site here in the Queens Industrial Park with now up to 40 employees, and today expands once again by doubling their capacity to better serve their customers. A couple of years ago, I had the privilege of working with the leadership of TCI in a corporate and business capacity. And I can say without hesitation that TCI is a fine company with deep roots and a work ethic second to none. No doubt this work ethic was inspired by its founders, Gaby Newmark and Saul Lefkowitz, 2 Hungarian brothers-in-law who survived the Holocaust and built this company to where it is today with hard work, dedication, and determination. Today, as the Queens Town Supervisor, I stand here with an enormous feeling of pride. Pride in knowing that when local government and industry work together, there's nothing that we cannot achieve. Pride in seeing the good-paying jobs and benefits that TCI provides its employees, many of whom live right here in our town. Pride in the workmanship and the vital services that TCI provides to its customers. And pride in knowing that TCI is and will continue to be a true partner with the residents, business owners, and local government of the town of Queens and the Ravina Queens Selkirk community at large. Thank you, Gaby, and thank you, Saul. And thank you to all of the leadership, management, and employees of TCI. Queens is a far better town with you in it. So thank you, and I know it's going to be a great day for everybody. Thank you for letting me play a small part in it.
Sure, thank you very much. George, thank you very much. Very nicely said. Now starts our dedication portion of the ceremony. For me, along with my family, Gaby has had an impact on our lives. He was an example of strength, both in leadership, in business, and for his own family. As much as we miss Gaby every day, we think about him and we live our lives the way Gaby would live his own. I'd like to invite up George Newmark to give some remarks.
Morning, everybody. First of all, I'd like to thank Brian for everything he's done for TCI and for the entire GNS family. Brian? Unfortunately, I'd give him a hug, but nowadays that's just not happening. It's great to be here with all of you today. I'm proud to be standing here with my mother, Aniko, my sister, Susan, my uncle, Sal, my cousin, Jeffrey, my wife, Monique, and my children, Hudson and Marielle. It's hard to believe it was only 6 short years ago when we gathered to celebrate the opening of our new building at TCI of New York. I will never forget the smile on my dad's face. He would have loved to be here today to celebrate our expansion. The thing he would have done first was to head right out to the plant to walk around and talk with all of our employees. He always felt our employees were our greatest asset. Our job in management is to treat people with respect, including making sure they are fairly paid, have benefits, help them when there is a need, and provide a safe work environment. The most important thing to Gaby was that his people were happy. I'd like to thank George McHugh for your kind words about my father. Thank you. We are proud to be here in Coymans, creating good paying jobs in an essential industry for New York. Our customers are the power companies and the utilities that keep the lights on. I see a number of our business partners in the audience who help us tremendously to fulfill our mission of quality service for our customers. Thank you for coming. We are a family business, and we view it as our strength. My father believed the main advantage of a family-run business is the intellectual capital that's passed from one generation to the next. My father was a great teacher. He taught the business to my cousin Jeffrey and then to myself. He loved watching me teach the business to my nephew Michael, and who just recently joined us in the business. And I know he will be watching from upstairs with a big smile on his face when I teach my son Hudson the business in a few years. Our company philosophy is to take care of our families, our employees, and deliver an unparalleled customer service. Strong family business values on the job starts with great customer service. If we get a call on the weekend, the team is ready to respond to whatever the customer needs. And when it's a major emergency like Hurricane Isaiah, customers find out very quickly who they can depend on. And that's right out of Gaby's playbook. I'd like to thank the Crawford Engineering and Bishop Boundary teams who did a terrific job on this new state-of-the-art building. I see some of our friends at Carver Companies, Carbon Express, Plan First Technologies, Pedowitz, Ranger, Allstate, SJ, and Bay Crane. Thank you for coming. We are dedicated to being an important member of the community. Many of our friends and neighbors are here today from RCS High School, BOCES, VFW, the RCS Business Association, and Riverview Baptist Church. Thank you for your support. Now I'd like to talk about my dad some. Growing up, I remember going to utility companies with him. Everyone knew him simply as Gaby. He had a great big Lincoln Town Car with a license plate that read Gaby. I miss the days of driving around with him. He was the face of the company, always out in front of the customers. He taught me so much about business, about life. He had the ability to connect with people. Building relationships with customers is a foundation of our business to this day. All of our facilities are run by people with partial ownership, making them true partners. That translates into great operational leadership. Today, all of the ownership group is out calling on customers. When a customer has a problem, they pick up the phone and call an owner. No waiting for running it up the flagpole. There was a time when building such a successful business in America seemed improbable. Gaby was a Holocaust survivor who was sent to Auschwitz by the Nazis, one of the most notorious concentration camps. At 13 years old, he ran in front of the evil Dr. Mengele, and due to his physical size, he was chosen to work and not go straight to the gas chambers. Gaby would never complain. Even when diagnosed with Parkinson's, he would always tell me his life was a gift from God. Today, GNS is a leader in the industry with 8 sister companies across the country and over 600 employees. I now run the day-to-day business with Sal's son, Jeffrey. Up until my father's death this past April, he continued to go into the office at 88 years old, as does Sal, who is 86. I'd like to tell a couple of business stories about my dad. He would often say, if you're not in front of your customers, someone else is. One time, we were in the men's room at Con Ed's main facility in Astoria, and in comes Barry Cohen, head of the environmental department. Barry says, "Hey Gaby, can you process cable with PCBs?" Gaby simply responded, "Why not?" And he figured it out. He solved a major problem for Con Edison. It was the beginning of a whole new product line for the GNS Group, which is now the largest processor of PILC cable in the country. As you walk around today, you will see all these great big cable reels. For those of you who do not know, this is PILC cable. That was my dad, willing to put himself out there for the customers, finding new opportunities for our business. He would also say, doing the work is the best way to learn the job. When I graduated from college, he told me it was time to go to work and learn the business. He put me on the road for 5 years with a field crew that traveled the country from job to job. The guys loved it. They were making tons of overtime, although I was on straight salary with no overtime. I would come home 3 times a year if I was lucky. I remember calling my mom and saying, "Daddy is killing me." She simply responded, "It's good for you, baby. You're learning the business." He would have loved being here today, being with all of you who make this possible. That was the essence of him. He loved the business, meeting with the customers. He loved his people. My brother-in-law likes to say, his smile was infectious and frequent. He was grateful and genuine. He lived life with purpose, kindness, and hope. My father focused on things that mattered: family, taking care of his people, and taking care of his customers. His success in life and in business was a direct result of his staunch values. He played fair and worked hard, values we strive to live up to every day. It's my honor to unveil a dedication plaque in gratitude for and in honor of Gaby Newmark.
Yeah. George, perfectly said, beautiful plaque. Gaby will be very proud today, looking down right now. Thank you. Right now, I would like to invite to speak co-founder of the GNS family of companies, brother-in-law to Gaby, and partners for over 55 years, Sal Lefkowitz.
Good afternoon, everybody.
You have to speak Hungarish or Hungarish.
Dear ladies and gentlemen, member of the Newmark and TCI family, I am very honored and proud to be standing here today. This is a very special dedication, honor for my most wonderful partner,
and brother-in-law Gaby Newmark, I have the privilege to partner for more than 50 years, Gaby. I was like a brother to me. We spend more time with each other without any delay, with more and with all, both of us with our wife. When me and Gaby started GNS in late 1960, never imagined our small company in New Jersey would grow and lead nationwide group company that know service the utility industry over the United States. In the disposable transformer, electric equipment, fortunately, Gaby was around to see our tremendous growth and knew the major expansion we were doing in TCI New York. When we negotiated to buy TCI in New York and TCI Alabama in 2005, it was a very important to the previous owner, Mrs. Leskin, that we keep the company here, these people, and not move and merge into our New Jersey or other facility. I believe that we have not only keep our word, but we have gone much more further that she or anyone else imagine with an expansion. The TCI led by wonderful Brian Hemlock. Give a big hand. Outstanding man. It was outstanding person, leader of the great company. I want to thank local supervisors, county executive, and local deserve dedication with my partner Gaby. You are all great partner, and we could not get to without pointed out tremendous support. This is happy day and one which we are celebrating. I am sure Gaby with us today, and smiling, especially smiling, all the transformer that TCI had in New York in the stockpile. I came to the United States late 50s, made only one stop, a few years in Detroit. Ever since I married to my wife Judy, I have lived in New York, and I am very proud the citizen in New York. I am especially proud to part of such a wonderful growing New York company with a facility many consider like a jeweler GNS company. Thank you all again. Give me the opportunity. Want to wish you TCI family good luck with new facility, many years to come. Thank you and good health, everybody.
Sal, thank you very much. Excellent said. I'd like to, again, thank everybody for attending today. I'd like to thank Town Supervisor George McHugh. I'd like to thank all our family and friends, our great business partners, our utilities, everybody watching by Zoom. Thank you to Sal, Jeffrey, Susan, Mrs. Newmark, George as well too. Please, when everyone gets a chance when we're done, please come take a look at the plaque. It's going to go on the outside of the building by the big 50-foot overhead doors. Please, everyone, get a chance. Please talk to Newmark family, Lefkowitz family. And we have this great lunch right now provided by Bishop Beaudry and PBJ's Barbecue. Everybody, thank you very much for attending today. Please enjoy. Thank you very much.
You said it right, half an hour.
Oh, perfect. I love the story. I remember the story. I remember exactly what you need.
Mouthy, how are you? I haven't seen you in a very long time. Yeah, I know, I know. Oh, thank you, thank you.
You knocked it out of the
So,
park.
knocked it out of the park.
It was really.
You was very good. You were great.
Wax on?
Marianne, like we used to run from this dog. Yeah.